Hello, dear viewers and listeners. Welcome to you all in my video. I am Dr. Rizwan Ahmad, Head and Associate Professor, University Department of English, Vinoa Bhave University, Ablari. Today, I am going to share my knowledge with you people on the short history of the English language in India. Now, let us begin from the beginning. The history of English language in India can be traced back to the 31st of December 1600, the day on which Queen Elizabeth I granted a charter to the Governor and Company of Merchants of London trading with the East India. During the reign of the Mughal Emperor Chhatrapati, at that time, as India was a very strong country under the Mughals, the Britishers did not interfere in the social and the educational life of the Indians. They simply remained as traders, but with the declining power of the Indians, the East India Company started taking active participation in the political and social life of the Indians. But in reality, English education was introduced in India in the 19th century. If we confine to the universities alone, 3 universities were established, one each in Kolkata, Mumbai, and Chennai in the 1857. The Senate of the University of Kolkata adopted a resolution in 1861 that all examinations should be conducted in English. This compelled most of the schools to introduce English as a subject at a very early stage. After this, English was introduced as a medium of instruction. The objective behind this group was, number one, to popularize European culture and science among the Indian masses, and number two, to consolidate the position of British Raj in India. Macaulay's famous Minutes, 1835, set out the aim on this move. It was to form a class of people who may be interpreters between us and the millions who we go on. A class of Kosus, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, in opinions, in morals, and in intellect. In 1869, Lord Napier's convocation speech at Madras, now Chennai University, spelled out the objectives of European education in India. Number one, to give a new basis for national unity. Number two, to give a better knowledge of India. And number four, to enable participation in the general intellectual movements of the world. The Christian missionary schools played a vital role in the propagation of the English language. In pre-independence India, Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Sir Syed Ahmad advocated for the use and propagation of English language and scientific awakening among the Indian masses. In 1947, when India became independent, it chose to retain English as it was needed. Regarding the role of English, the observation of the first education minister of independent India was the position that English is occupying today in our educational and official life cannot be sustained in future. It is but essential that Indian languages should be given their legitimate position. In 1948, the Radha Krishnan Commission, Free India's first education commission, was set up, which was also known as the University Education Commission, and which recommended that English should continue to be studied in high schools and universities. In 1952, Madras introduced a list of graded structures for teaching English in schools. The aim was to make learning easier for children. Experts identified the basic structures in English. These sentence structures were then graded or arranged from the most easy to the most difficult in terms of learning. In 1950, the English Language Teaching Institutes, ELTIs, were set up, and in 1958, the Central Institute of English and Foreign Languages, better known as CIFL, was set up. The Kothari Commission between 1964 and 1966 modified the free language formula. Orders were issued to teach the young students in their native tongue, at least at the primary level. The NEP of 2020 also emphasized on teaching at the primary level in the native language. The liberalization of the Indian economy paved the way to learn English language. While earlier in the last century, students who had specialized in English joined either TG or civil services, the whole spectrum of job opportunities has opened up. There are call centers in big cities that need trainers to equip their employees with communication skills. There are multinational companies which are recruiting marketing staff who need to be taught English. There are medical transcription centers with efficient translators and reporters. The need for knowledge of English is also required in handling computers, internet, and mobile phones. As English was adopted as the medium of instruction for the natural sciences and mathematics, too, it resulted in the rapid growth of secondary and university education. English language has ceased to be the badge of status for the upper class people. Earlier, the lower class people thought that the use of English was beyond them since the government schools of India made no effort to teach any kind of spoken English. However, around the year 1995, the whole paradigm began to change. English plays the role of second language in India today. The question, do we still need English in India? Seems irrelevant and irrelevant. Even after years of independence, we have not been able to do authentic English is a reality which no one can deny. I hope that you must have liked my video and must have gathered so many points in a convincing manner. I have tried. I would like to end this video of mine with a couplet of बंगाली है और भी दुनिया में सुखनवर बहुत अच्छे है और भी दुनिया में सुखनवर बहुत अच्छे कहते हैं कि गालिब का है अंदाज़े बेया और थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग माय वीडियो सी यू अगेन